Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to heal the subscribe button, as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, cutting to the School of Pharmacy, tens of scholars rush around, in a panic of what to make of the Black Death. Professor Casper, a 60-year-old researcher, is seen shunned by others, as her research involves looking into molds, along with microorganisms, a field that people in this world deem to be useless in medicine. As Professor Casper prepares to retire soon, she's suddenly called by the president of the school, Bruno, to have a chat. Back with Pharma, he begins making his way into a hospital, housing all the terminally ill patients. As he opens the door to the patient's room, he is greeted by 10 of the patients, all bedridden, whilst several mysterious men stand among them, donning their creepy masks. Suddenly, one of them greets Pharma, revealing himself as one of Solomon's men, introducing Pharma as Panictheos to the others. Filled in on the situation, Solomon's men tell Pharma that they are still unsure if some are infected, so they've brought them to the same room as those who are infected. Thinking for a bit, Pharma doubts his own abilities, but he knows trying something is better than doing nothing. Ordering Solomon's men to help feed everyone the medicine he's prepared, Pharma begins using his unique skill, identifying that 12 patients have caught the disease, 2 are sick because of other illnesses, and sadly 1 has perished. Listing of options, Pharma concludes that his medicine will be able to help the majority of those that have caught the Black Death. Telling those that have not caught the disease that they can go home, Pharma asks that they isolate themselves before they can head home, just to be safe. As Pharma uses his divine staff to enhance the effectiveness of the medicine, he notes that there aren't enough people here to help assist him, meaning the longer he waits, the closer the Black Death will get to the capital. As Pharma begins to wrap up inspections, he orders some of Solomon's men to head towards the capital, asking for the people that brought the disease into this village to be tracked down. Cutting to Ellen, we see that she has easily been ordering and ensuring Pharma's rules are being enforced, constantly testing everyone that enters their country. Pondering for a bit, Ellen thinks about how brilliant Pharma is compared to her, wishing that she could help out more, but snaps out of it, as they must ensure there are no mistakes. Following Professor Casper, we see her asking Bruno as to the reason she's been summoned, believing that Bruno is about to cut off her funding for her research, along with relieving her of her duties at the school. Correcting Professor Casper, Bruno asks for Casper's help, as he wants her to help find a certain microorganism that is capable of producing medicine to counteract the Black Death. As Casper looks into what she needs to find, she realizes that the microorganisms that Bruno is looking for is one that she has been studying for years. Amazed that Casper had unknowingly brought them closer to ridding the world of the Black Death, Bruno announces that everyone is to help study and cultivate the microorganism, with Casper as the leader. Suddenly, Bruno gets news of something. Back with Pharma, he makes his way out of the village, reporting to the village heads that he was able to save many, but some were lost in the process. Having believed that most would die, the village heads thank Pharma, who instructs that all the villagers remain within the ice dome for at least another 2 weeks, and that all fleas and rodents be exterminated. Bidding farewell to Solomon's men, Pharma soars through the sky, heading towards the capital, hoping that Solomon's men have tracked down the rogue crew. Seeing smoke ahead, Pharma greets some of Solomon's men, learning that they were able to capture some of the rogue crew, as they have fallen too ill to continue. Demanding to know how many people were part of the rogue crew, along with what they had brought illegally, Pharma is forced to reveal that the men have contracted the Black Death. The men state that there were 4 carts in total, 2 with clothes, 1 with herbs and 1 with animals. Shocked about the cart with animals, Pharma realizes that the men had brought squirrels, which are considered rodents that carry the Black Death. Asking about the amount of remaining people heading towards the capital, the men state that there are 24 other workers and 5 holy knights, which throws Pharma off, wondering why holy knights, powerful enough to be hired as nobles' bodyguards, are participating in such a thing. Knowing that the same person who had tried to kill the queen is behind this spread of disease to his country, Pharma knows he must act quickly. At the same time, Bruno tells Elizabeth about the rogue crewmates, making their way towards the capital. Fearing that these crewmates will spread the Black Death, Elizabeth orders for security to be strengthened at every entry point of the capital. The next morning, Lot is seen handing masks to those who've been authorized to enter the capital. Nearby, we see Mr. Pierre continuing to check the reports of those being isolated, placing a sample in particular under a microscope. As he focuses on the samples, he's shocked to see a complete replica of the Black Death, announcing to everyone that they must isolate and treat these people immediately. As everyone begins making preparations to head out, a nearby gate is suddenly attacked, using water magic. Knowing that their medicine is stored near that particular gate, Mr. Pierre rushes to check up on everyone, asking if the medicine is safe. Upon confirming that the medicine has not been damaged, another burst of magic suddenly erupts from the nearby gate, with a holy knight appearing with a box. As the holy knight confirms that all the crewmen that assisted with the trip are now dead, the knight opens the box, releasing several squirrels, all carrying the Black Death. Casting wind magic, the knight blows the squirrels all across the capital, all whilst everyone is helpless to watch. As Mr. Pierre remembers Pharma's warning of rodents carrying the disease, he orders everyone to track down the rodents, and notify everyone that the Black Death has infiltrated the capital. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and comment.